And we're officially recording for the Whiskey and Root Beer podcast, which I think I just saw that this shit was 16. Yeah, I forgot what I said. So I'm here with Mr. Croissant, Kettone, and Jay. Wow, really sound like a phone went off there. And we're just sitting here chilling, eating hot sauce. Not like the hot ones challenge though. Nothing. I don't think any of those.
I'm eating a brownie.
You're eating a brownie?
Mm-hmm.
You got from what? Whataburger?
Yeah.
They sell brownies?
Yeah, and they're fucking good.
I had no fucking idea.
Oh man.
This is like you ever try.
You want a bite?
You ever try Walmart
Oh, no,
donuts?
I'm good.
You ever try Walmart donuts? Fucking good, bro.
Walmart's got good donuts.
Yeah.
I know Kroger's does.
Yeah. Kroger's alright, but to me, fucking Walmart.
Kroger's is more than alright. When I grew up in Channelview, they had the Kroger's there had like its own little. Well, I mean, shit, I don't know if all of them have that, the little bakery section.
Most of them do
where
now.
they just have like the donuts out on like a wall.
Most of them do now, but
Oh man, I'd go there and I'd get the fucking powdered donuts. Not powdered, sprinkled donuts. Oh man, I love those.
Going out with kids like.
I always went to Kroger for the Hawaiian king bread. I couldn't find that everywhere.
Oh here, point that mic towards you, cause it's. Oh Jesus Christ.
It's pointing at me. What the fuck?
I think the.
Hey, can you do it for him?
Especially if you put butter on it and fry it in a frying pan.
You talking about like?
Yeah. Angle at the actual mic point.
Okay, it was already pointing.
Well, no, you have to. Like I've told you before, you gotta point the face of the mic at you, because it's not one of those point ones. Why you think mine's is like this?
So you want it this way?
Yes. Just
Okay,
point it to like that and tighten it. Yeah. Do that number.
This is pointing. This is facing.
All right, we'll face it towards you.
Oh, that one.
This is pointing. This is facing.
Pointing.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought people like I told you multiple times before how to face it towards you. When I thought I say pointed, I thought you knew what side would be pointing and facing towards you. But apparently this is not. I mean, I know.
I should have said wrong erection.
I guess I don't even know anymore. But yeah.
And it's still not even doing right. Doesn't do what yours does.
Shit. Can you tighten it for him?
Whoa.
I'll go up here. Tighten that.
There we go. I mean, that one's probably been manhandled, so it should be facing because I did it last time for Jay, so the mic should be facing the right way. It just has to be all tightened up so that it actually stays, and that way we can get their audio.
And now.
Yeah, now they can be heard. 'Cause otherwise, I was like, they're not even popping up on a thing too much. They're like in the background. It's like we're talking, and they're just somewhere in the background shoving their face full of nuggets. But
Because I'm stuffing my face full of nuggets.
I mean, yeah, it's true.
What kind of fucking flavors in this beer?
It should say.
That one, I don't know. That one's an ale, winter ale, I think it is.
So what's like the flavor?
What is it? I don't know.
All I taste is this. I still taste the hot. You know.
Oh well, shit, yeah. Spicy.
All I still taste is the hot.
I still taste the hot.
It might be for a while like that. Jay?
I don't know what the cold snap ale actually is supposed to taste like.
Look it up.
Because to me, I could look it up. Because to me, it usually, I was used to. It says orange peel and spice added. Well, yeah, it says on the side.
Where?
Right here. Ale brewed with clementine, infused orange peel, and spices.
I got the old eyes, bro.
What?
I got the old eyes, is what he said.
Well, fuck. What are your glasses for?
For fucking trying to get closer and read, but I can't fucking see anymore. I need glasses.
So you need reading glasses, or you need like seeing
I
glasses?
need fucking new eyeballs.
Yeah, that too, probably.
I need new eyeballs.
But no, apparently it's
Good answer,
clementine,
Jay. Good
infused
answer.
orange peel, and spices added.
Remember, you guys are still what, 20s and 30s, right? So nobody's in 30s yet.
I'm in my 40s.
I'm 33.
You're not in your 40s.
Yeah, I am.
I thought you just...
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know,
I'm not in my...
Felix in his 40s.
No, what?
How old are you, Eric?
I turned 33 in 2 weeks.
33.
Man, this dude said 2 weeks.
33.
You know how far along that is?
Farther than you
What, 2 weeks?
It's 2 weeks.
You're 27, man.
28. But I won't be turning, yeah.
I'm 30. I'll be
He's
one.
just straight dirty.
That man's dirty.
Dirty with the
He's from Louisiana.
Huh.
The dirty. I don't know if that's what they call Louisiana.
They call it Louisiana.
Louisiana. Where they shit on sidewalks and party in the streets.
Oh,
That's
I
what
can
I've
tell
been-
that I can tell you firsthand, Kettone, that is exactly what happens.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I've been to Lafayette. I've never
Hey,
seen that.
you're having a mug of Bud?
Oh,
I've
Lafayette.
been to New Iberia. I've never seen
A
that.
mug of
Oh,
You
you gotta go to New Orleans. You gotta go
Yeah,
down
you
Bourbon
gotta go to
Street
New
during a
Orleans.
party
That's
night.
New Orleans then, with all the shit streets and all that. I know that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Mom told me, she was like,
I've been to Baton Rouge. I've been to New Iberia. I've been to Lafayette. I've been to North Louisiana. I've never seen that shit. And it's only in.
yeah, it's in New Orleans when everyone's partying and drunk and they don't have nowhere else to go.
It's
Everybody wants to
Oh,
shit
it
in the
doesn't even
streets.
need to be Mardi Gras, bro.
No, it doesn't have to be. It's just always that.
I went to go see Primus last year, and it was like way after Mardi Gras, and we saw a nice big pile just like right on the sidewalk.
A nice big pile. We talking about a horse dung?
Human.
I know it's human, but it's still like a.
It was a, oh yeah, it was like a horse-sized pile
Horse
of
of
shit
shit.
almost. It was
Jesus.
What is
it
he,
was
drinking?
huge.
Drinking all
I'm
day.
pretty sure I took a picture of it because I was laughing
What would you wanna
really
take a picture
hard.
of shit?
Because that's funny.
That's funny, but
Hey, people make
Hey
videos.
dude, look what I found.
Elephant shit and
I was
stuff like
walking
that.
around New Orleans and some human.
did you find any dung
Some
bug
human.
fumes?
Any what?
Dung beetles?
No.
Do they have them
No.
in Louisiana? I would hope not.
So I've been to New York and I've been to New Orleans, and in New York at Central Park
Like Manhattan?
they have the horse carriages. The horses shit a lot, and what Eric just described, the human shit in New Orleans looks just
Wow.
the same.
They're just
I
there.
believe it.
And there's horse carriages that
How do
Yeah,
you know-
run
how do
around,
you know
so
it's human shit?
you can tell.
It's not dark. It's not dark.
You can
The
you can
human shit is not dark.
you can tell that that's
Well, what if they ate
Like,
like
I was-
hot sauce, like this sauce right here?
It'll be-
It'd probably be
Yeah.
a puddle of shit.
animals don't do that.
It'll
So
be
yeah, it would
fire.
definitely be a puddle.
It'll be a
Puddle.
fire.
It'd be some sort of
They'll step in a pile. You step
semi-soft.
I'd
you're
rather step
stepping
in
in
a
a puddle.
pile
Yeah,
than
I was-
step in a puddle. Saying it's just a little splash. What is
Well,
what?
especially if
What
you're
the-
using shoes that can fucking soak some liquid up. Yeah.
Oh no!
If you got
If you got your
Crocs and
Yeezys on,
And you got socks on underneath.
Oh shit.
see that.
Sandals and socks.
Just throw everything.
Luckily, boots
Yeah,
don't
but-
let that happen too easily. But yeah, if you got some tennis shoes on,
Burn
or some
everywhere.
Crocs, especially,
Crocs, yeah,
like you
Crocs.
said,
Yeah, I'm very prone to wearing
You
Crocs.
step in
I'd be-
shit.
Crocs, though,
you step in
man.
a puddle of
mean-
shit. Let's get in your Crocs.
Eric going to town with Crocs was insane.
I'd be.
That dude's like, he came prepared for it. His foot fucking breathed through that fresh air.
Yeah,
Fresh air. I don't know. It smelled like mopeds. No, I'm just kidding. It didn't smell that
like
bad at all.
mopeds.
Well, for your
There's a lot of
feet
mopeds,
to be
though.
in shoes versus your feet being in Crocs, especially how hot it was, like, he had more ventilation than everybody else.
Fuck.
Well, I'm just gonna say if you guys gonna buy like flip flops, the best ones to get to me.
I don't wear
brand
flip
name's
flops.
Crocs.
Who's this? I don't wear flip flops.
Oh, you don't either?
I
You
can't
wear
run in
flip
them.
flops, Jay?
Yeah.
Why?
If I, cause they're fucking.
They are comfortable.
And it is.
You got too many mosquitoes around here. Flip flops.
So,
Yeah.
but see, I don't wear shoes in my house, you know. That's how I always, you know.
I've,
Oh, flip flops in the house are different than flip flops out in the
See,
world.
you wanna see a tan line? Check this out.
Shit, even pulling out sandals.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Damn, he got the
He's got a tan
baby.
line.
tan line. The
That's
thong.
got some
Flip-flop
strong
tan
looking
line.
feet.
Hmm?
So you got some strong looking feet.
That's right. They work.
They work.
They work. I know. Mine's don't work too well anymore. No, I'm just kidding. They're actually still holding up pretty well.
For being young in your 20s.
Yeah, but you never know when that shit might take a change.
Yep.
How old are you, Jay?
Alright, you saying hi.
52.
You are not 52. What? Nuh.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I thought you were like 36 or 37. I thought you were like my age almost.
That's pretty good. Damn, Jay, when you gonna start singing? You gotta go. You gonna be there on Wednesday?
Yeah, but shit.
Singing? You gonna do karaoke?
Hell to the no.
You gonna put? You gonna start singing R. Kelly?
No.
Just
You don't
thinking
want to
about
sing
it
R.
now.
Kelly at karaoke
I
night?
have no tone or
Somebody starts singing R. Kelly like, sir, it's 21 and up in here. Singing R. Kelly's not gonna do you any good.
But Jay, you got to, man. You're Asian. That's the thing.
I never lived in Asia, so
Well,
I've always been athletic in my life, you know, always playing sports.
You've been athletic. You the physically athletic Asian, not the verbally athletic Asian.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, I played fucking sports my whole life since I could remember.
Because I never hear Jay start just busting out singing while he's playing pool, which I figure I would have at a point.
I figured I would have at a point.
You know.
Jay's just gonna bust out singing someday.
Nah,
One day.
only in the shower.
That's a start.
Yeah, but
That's a start. I've actually never done that. I kept seeing like memes
So
of
it's
people
either
doing
that-
that.
Singing
I
in the
was like,
shower, it's like this.
You were just
I
singing
said,
in the shower, or
this
you-
is a
you-
thing?
What was that joke? Or you
I usually do that if I'm in my car. Like I'll sing. in
Yeah,
my
the car
and
makes sense.
stuff.
The shower is like I'm just kind of like standing there, just kind of. Well, I like to get wet before I lather myself up, so I just stand in the water coming at me, and I like do like a 180, and I'll do another 180, and I'll grab the soap, and then
hold it
that's
down?
Jordan didn't have time to sing.
yeah, pretty much.
Jordan didn't have time to sing in
I don't
the
have
shower.
time to sing in the shower.
Every time we were in Thailand, when we were in the hotel, we didn't hear anybody sing. It was just, we just
Yeah,
took
I
a shower
mean-
and then we were done.
Yeah, I think I'd put
Pretty
music
quick
on and then
showers.
in and out.
Yeah, only Eric was the one that put like.
Because they had like, especially that first place. I didn't like to shower in that first place.
The first was with the Bella Via, right?
No,
No, that first spot.
the one
was
in Bangkok.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Indian one next to the.
next, right
next to
above the dispensary.
Yeah, I didn't like that shower in there. Everything was just, it wasn't, nothing was angled for you to shower.
Yeah, that's the one with that weird ass.
Yeah.
Like the fucking, it was like the pipe
Yeah.
coming out of the shower.
Is that like typical in Thailand?
But then when you
Yeah.
tried to get in the shower, like it was like slanted as fuck.
I
So-
can't fit in here.
So it was like, yeah, it was, it wasn't made for people over like, I guess 4.5 feet to like take a shower in.
Well, because you know, there's not the
What is this?
tall Thailand. here.
No, but you know, it's a
shower
tourist.
for
Yeah,
ants.
it was like
What's the
Holy
average height of
shit,
Thailand?
that's a big ass. What is that up there?
up at the. What?
Like about to attack Eric. It's about to swoop. Is that a,
That's a moth. That's not
it's a big ass moth?
It's alright, it ain't gonna hurt you.
That is a big ass moth.
Yeah, that's a pretty big moth.
Holy
That's
shit.
not that
You
big.
know what though? He's a strong moth.
I thought it was a carpenter bee.
It's a strong moth because he can hold himself upside down on the fucking ceiling.
Yeah. That's all I was like, what the
If you
fuck
can
is
do
that?
I'll fucking give you $1,000.
You ain't gotta worry about giving that to me. I ain't hanging upside from the ceiling anytime soon.
I just flip upside down.
He's too powerful. We gotta stop him
He's too
again.
powerful.
I'd be freaked out if I just saw you like hop up from that.
My eyes turn to 9-ball.
Hey, you ever see them dudes that fucking climb fucking mountains with no fucking straps or nothing?
Hell yeah, yeah.
Those dudes are fucking insane.
Fuck that dude.
Alex Arnold. or whatever.
Free climbers.
The one that
The
free
guy?
climbed? Yeah.
I don't even know, but I know a lot of people who end up dying because of that.
You even ever see those guys fucking free dive?
You got to know when to hold
They're
them.
like,
Damn it.
That's just what you do when you. Cause
Know
like, you
when
know.
to fold.
Honestly, I know when to fold it. If I looked at the bottom of the, if I was at the base of a mountain, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I ain't holding this shit. I'm folding. But people, they will go up. They'll fucking step up to the base of a mountain and start climbing up with their bare hands and feet. And I'm
It's like
just,
them fucking goats. You ever see them fucking goats that climb the wall?
yeah, those goats are crazy.
And they lick the fucking salt off the walls?
Yep. That's why they climb it. They
That's
go for
fucking
the salt.
bad, bro.
With their crazy eyes.
The crazy ass goats are
need
fucking.
salt.
Goats are crazy in general.
Well, you know, if you think about it, nature is just fucking crazy like that, you know?
Would y'all have a pet goat?
No.
Because I'd fucking...
They're fucking
eventually screw
assholes,
that
dude.
motherfucker.
Start fucking butting you.
Wait, what'd you say? They start
They
butting
start
you?
headbutting you.
Oh, headbutting you.
They'll just
What about the
fucking-
ones that pass out?
Well, if they give you
Feigning
trouble,
goats? Maybe.
if they give you
Say,
trouble, just
that's
get,
a
that
chill
was that.
goat.
just get a kimono dragon if they cause trouble.
Those things are the Komodo dragons are pretty
You ever
big
see
too.
those motherfuckers fucking just swallow the
That
whole
was the
fucking
park
goat.
I
You
wanted
ever
to
see some
take
of
you
that
guys in Bangkok, Lumpini Park. They have like nothing but monitor lizards that are like they just walk around for free around.
Hey, you YouTube fucking the Komodo dragon just fucking swallowing a whole fucking goat while they're still
fuck
alive.
that.
I've seen it, but I wish I could
Radical.
pull it up on the TV.
Fucking radical, man.
But that's
you can hear the
a
fucking
fuck-
goat still crying when it's in belly.
You know, and that's why I never want to run into that. Or well, I'd run into a Komodo dragon, but not a big ass snake.
And those motherfuckers are fast.
I feel like I could like punch a Komodo dragon and it'd leave me alone.
He's gonna look at you and like laugh.
If I punch a snake, it would just keep trying to eat me.
No, he's gonna just fucking.
If you punch a Komodo dragon,
He's gonna
that's
get
like
pissed.
punching an alligator. Would you do that?
No, it's like punching a fucking brick wall.
Yeah,
Cause his fucking skin.
I could see myself punching an alligator.
Probably start
They run
bleeding.
fast.
They do.
They run fast. So I would never punch one.
If you got into a fight with one of those, you'd have to grapple it.
Yeah.
No,
You
it's
would
the
have
only-
to-
The best thing you can do is just jump on his back and hold on.
Now what I'm doing here, no, I'm gonna put this alligator to rear naked choke.
dragon asleep.
Yeah.
But those
Put in
things
a
are fucking
chokehold.
ferocious, man.
Yeah, they're strong as fuck.
And once I subdue it, it's my pet.
Them motherfuckers are ferocious.
You're my pet now.
Yeah. And it's gonna be all right.
Fucking sparkles and then
Yeah. You bested me. You bested me, good human. I submit to you, and I just give it like a piece of pork chop or something.
a piece of pork
I
chop.
just take it out of my pocket. And
That'll
here,
entice him.
here's some pork chop.
Another way to play Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw like some circular object at it. Maybe knock it
I'll
out.
throw some
Throw a fucking lead ball at it. It's like,
Yeah, yeah. Throw a tungsten ball at it. If I got muscles like that. Shit, if you throw a tungsten ball at an alligator to try to capture it, yeah, you deserve that alligator. The crocodile. And you gotta do like the Pokemon throws too.
Sir,
where
what are
they-
you doing with this alligator in the back of your truck? Well, you see, I threw a tungsten ball at it.
not even that. It's like,
So
sir,
it's
what-
mine now.
Not even that. It's like, sir, what are you doing with a tungsten ball?
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck you get a tungsten ball?
You threw a what at it?
Shit, I went to the Poke Center and
I bought a
I bought a tungsten ball. And I tossed that
ball. I was
motherfucker
like, you
at
know
it.
what? I want a fucking alligator.
I did like one of those Olympic shock put throws. Just fucking-
So I got some height and distance.
It's
and
just landing on its head.
gain
shoulder.
speed falling down.
And that's how I got a crocodile. You see, now a lot of people don't know that's the trick to catching these things.
Using a tungsten ball.
Using a tungsten ball and throwing it like a shock put.
Shot pudding. with
And
the
you just
tungsten
fuck it. It
ball.
lands on its head. And then it's just like, whatever. That's like Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Final
I
Fantasy.
forgot
That was
the
a different
Pokemon. What was the
man.
Pokemon? Yeah, that one. That was the fucking Poke Center one, though. Did they have one for, actually, was that?
Oh wait, that was the level up noise.
Yeah, that was a level
Was
up.
that the level? Oh, yeah, that was level.
And then that was the congratulation noise for it. And then you had the Poke Center was the whenever you. That's it.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
the Poke Center one.
About to buy a Game Boy and just fucking play that.
You got emulator on your phone. I mean, your
It's
phone
not the
and
same.
everything, man. It is the same.
Honestly, I don't know. It's probably just as good nowadays. I remember when I did it on my iPod, like iPod Touch, like 10 years ago. It would kill the battery. It was insanely
Yeah,
bad.
I've got that handheld emulator now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess on phones nowadays it probably runs a lot better. But whenever I tried to run it on an iPod Touch back in the day, like 10 years ago,
No, yeah, probably not.
it would just like the battery would just die.
You can run on your phone. You can even run it on your computer.
Yeah, but it's not the same. I want those buttons. I want to have that maroon Game Boy again.
I mean, you can just AI it and it'll just play it for you.
No, what the fuck? No. That's
Why
not-
would I use AI to play a video game?
I want to play the game, man. Like, I want to, like, switch that thing up, and then I want to have it modded to where Lemmy just goes, it's time to play the game, and then it's just me. Right to laugh.
But
And
with
then
that, it's like-
Pokemon starts.
I guarantee you'll be bored of
Game
that
Freak shows
said
up.
game in like less than an hour. You'll be like, oh, I'm tired of playing this. Let me try something else. Back in the day, no, you wouldn't say that, but now because we have so much things in front of us to play with, you'd be like, I'm done playing this game. I'm gonna try to play another game.
I wish I could say that, but whenever I played, I think the last Pokemon I played was like the Moon, or it was a White or Black, one of those two. And I actually played that through. I even played that in class
whole
at school.
way.
Yeah. Actually, I was surprised. I was surprised at
alright.
myself because I thought I was just gonna because I bought my sister's DS, and I bought the game because I knew a couple of friends were gonna play it. So I was like, well, fuck, let me.
Okay.
My sister has a DS. She never really used it, so I was like, well, let me borrow that DS. Let me play the game. And I actually played through that whole game.
When
and I
was the last time you did that, though?
fucking when White and Black came out.
See what I mean? It's like nowadays, everybody, they don't play the full game. They get the game, they play it, and they be like, I'll play it for this day. I'll play it for this week. And
See, I
then
want to. I
never
want to
play.
play the full game. That's why I bought the game. I bought it to play the full game. But I understand that some people buy it and they don't play it.
You never
play
play
through
it,
it.
or you do play it eventually, but you don't play
Like,
it.
I'm not-
play through like how you used to play it.
I mean, I just try to kick everybody's ass and Get my
Obviously, it
badges.
depends on what game you play too, though. It makes sense. It's like,
Yeah, I just want
this sort of game you don't have to play all the time.
I just want to play Red through because I don't remember ever beating Red. I think I lost my stuff before I beat Red. So
I started going through Crystal a couple years ago.
Yeah, see,
because I was supposed to play Stadium with Larry and Chris.
Aren't you supposed to do that again? Not Stadium, but
we agreed to do it like a couple of months ago.
I remember y'all talking about that.
You know, you guys can dual play that game too, right? If you guys wanted to ever like emulate and just play with each other, you can dual play it, and you can either play the normal way, dual-wise, or you can duo Nuzlocke, right? Nuzlocke, where it's like hardcore mode.
Yeah.
You can only catch whatever map you're in, one Pokemon of that type, and
yeah,
there. But you can duo and play multiplayer of each said game off emulator. But if you want the real deal, then yeah, you can play.
We had the cartridges, but Chris's battery died, and I forgot what happened to Larry's. Cause we were playing on the cart to throw, because Larry still has it on 64, and he still has the fucking Game Boy adapter. So we were
oh damn.
Yeah, so we were gonna
trade. Holy shit.
So we were gonna play on Game Boys and then like trade and then like battle on Stadium.
That's insane.
Jay, did you ever play any Pokemon games?
No, it was like
I was gonna say
after my time.
So you would have been in your what, 20s? Yeah. Mid to late 20s, whenever.
That's way after. If you didn't grow up with it, you didn't start playing Pokemon in your fucking 20s.
Well, my son was playing with
It came
Pokemon.
out in
96,
1996, right?
No,
95
or 6?
Because it's 98.
I think it's 5 or 6.
Yeah, 98 was yellow.
96 or 97 is when it got localized.
95 was red and blue.
I know he had some Pokemon cards. Pokemon.
No.
That's a
when you're a
Southern
grown man.
Yeah, Pokemon.
It's Pokemon.
That Southern accent, you know, from that Japanese Southern accent.
But Jay, you got that, Jay. We playing some Pokemon.
Pokemon.
We all got to meet up and play Pokemon just out in public and be like, yeah, we're playing Pokemon? No. We're playing. Yeah, we got a little Splatoon. Playing Pokemon.
Just so people playing Pokemon Go at like my restaurant, you'd be like,
that's crazy.
They're like 60 years old and they're like, oh no.
I really wanted to enjoy Pokemon Go when it came out.
I enjoyed it for the first
And it was
month.
it was all right. Yeah, it was, but it just didn't hit that. I thought it was gonna be like, playing the Pokemon games, and it just wasn't.
Yeah, if it was
You couldn't do
turn-based like
anything
battles
like
and
that.
shit like that instead of just throwing shit.
Yeah, but it's like you gotta
yeah.
tap the screen. I've seen some people
After
do.
I stopped.
No, I want to be like, I want strategy to this shit.
I wanted to do like Pokemon.
Yeah, I want a turn-based strategy. Like you gotta pick the moves. It was critical miss or something, shit like that. You're like, fuck it, and I want that fun part of it. I don't want to just like fucking start tapping the fuck out my phone screen and then like hope I think at that point you still have to hope you hit or miss. But
the problem with that was at the beginning of like the multiplayer aspect of Pokemon Go.
Turn-based battles would make it so fucking slow.
Turn-based, but the kids complained that it was too slow.
these kids are bitches.
That's what I said.
The new generation, yeah, double bitches.
Let me see, and you're 52 years old saying that? See, we gotta believe Jay.
Yeah, believe him.
Please believe him.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of, it's kind of true. But
Soft, bro.
Everybody wants that
Sensitive
here and now versus the take your time and do it. Not a lot of people are playing story games anymore. They're just playing games.
Oh yeah, that's been the
we grew up in a time
though.
where when you played a game, if you fucked up, you had to restart the game. And that's crazy when you think about
the
it.
whole point of like when Halo had the
the
legendary
gaming
aspect,
industry
right?
is completely changed now.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
gambling simulators for kids.
That is true. Yeah.
It's all a bunch of
You want
fucking
one?
loot boxes and like pay for a bunch of bullshit.
That's true. What are you trying to do, Jay?
Nothing.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like the main trend. For the AAA people, at least.
Yeah, for the AAA.
Yeah, games have gotten crazier to the point to where you got a lot of loot boxes and gambling type shit. And I mean, they've had it. The gaming industry's got in trouble with that. And I think Rocket League had stopped doing that at a point because of that. Because you used to be able to, you used to get boxes from playing,
keys, but they got rid of
and
that.
then I would buy the keys, and then I'd unlock the box. But now, what do you have to do to even get that shit?
Just play the game.
Yeah, just play the game.
Oh, fuck that! I want to buy my keys.
Like I said, the graphics are so fantastic nowadays. I remember when Atari came out, and they had the fucking. You remember that tennis game? That fucking ball just go across the screen. And you had
Pong?
That stick, yeah, and then fucking just moving up and down.
That tennis game.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that? You remember they had that tennis game back on the Atari? Pong?
Before Pokemon, they had this tennis game.
You know what game? Like,
What'd you guys do before that?
Right.
Went outside and played.
you know what
That's
game?
true.
Like,
That's true though.
like went 180 for like everybody that used to own it.
What's that?
Destiny. Like Destiny, if you look at Destiny on Steam, the amount of like expansions that you would have to buy to actually play the game, to enjoy the game, and then the amount of like microtransactions that you have to buy to like unlock the things that you want to get in the game was insane. And they took advantage of people for it because people are like, we look cool playing the game because you get the cool skins and everything, but that's all you got throughout the events of Destiny, right? Like in the game, you can upgrade your armor, you can upgrade everything stat-wise, but for the cash shop, they call it cash shop, or their I guess cash inventory, everything was with money, and all that is just cosmetics, and everybody's spending thousands of dollars for it. I think the total price, if you bought everything on Destiny right now, is like about $10,000
Oh, fuck all that.
to like fully enjoy every aspect of that game.
Like when y'all were growing up, were there arcade rooms and shit?
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
some arcades.
Those arcades.
What do you think? What, in your opinion, is the highest revenue generating arcade game ever?
That's a tough one.
That's good.
I think I would have put it at a point. I would have put it at either Tekken Tag Team.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? There was a lot of people that would go into arcades and play that.
It was.
I mean,
Kong
for like a newer arcade
Pac-Man,
game.
Yeah, I'd say either Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, Pac-Man.
Of all time, it'd have to either
Time
be
Crisis. I played that. A
It'd have to
lot.
either
I don't know what
be.
the thing is.
You, what?
Time Crisis was the one that they had that red and blue fucking guns.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
could play.
You gotta press the pedal.
Time Crisis 2 was the longest lasting one, I think. Well, Time Crisis 4, I think
The
usurped
ones that
that.
I think that made the most
They
money
still have that.
arcade wise. Google will fact check it, but my guess would probably be like what?
If it's
Well,
not
fuck, it's
one
your
of the
opinion.
old school
We gotta
ones,
fact check it.
if it's not
But
in a
opinion-wise.
if it's not an old school one like Donkey Kong or Pac-Man
Or Pac-Man or
or
like
Miss
The
Pac-Man
asteroids.
or Asteroids or Galaga.
Do they have
If it's-
asteroids
if
in
it's-
arcades? I never played Asteroid
Played that big
arcade.
ass screen.
Holy shit.
Yeah. If it's not one of those, I feel like it might be like Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Centipede.
Yeah, it had to be
Oh,
like
Centipede didn't make
anything
a lot.
like Street
I
Fighter.
feel
or
like any
something.
of them old ass
That's
ones.
what I was thinking.
though.
It's like a Street Fighter or Tekken.
If it's all time, it's gotta be one of them.
No, let's see. Oh,
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man and
Yeah.
Space Invaders.
Oh,
Yeah.
another game, yeah.
Space Invaders.
Oh, how did I
Tekken.
fucking forget Space Invaders, dude?
Oh, you played Space Invaders.
Street Fighter
I love
2?
Space
They never
Invaders.
played, yeah.
Street Fighter 2 is also up there.
Yeah.
How much money?
I'd say it was
5 billion. Holy
with Pac-Man. It says 400,000 cabinets sold, 3.5 billion in revenue by 1990,
By 1990.
which is
That's
7.6
so
to
much
8 billion
money.
when adjusted. That's
That's a lot of money.
Or fucking
it's pretty
for
crazy.
yellow fucking Pac-Man eat fucking dogs.
Shit's fun, man.
Guinness World Records named it the most successful coin-operated game of all time.
Yeah.
It says Space Invaders sold 360,000 cabinets worldwide and generated over 2.7 billion in revenue.
Dude, the amount of fun that
I
Air
thought Space
Campers.
Invaders was a boring
It earned more in its first year in the United States than the movie Star Wars did in that same period.
Jesus Christ.
Why don't they make a good movie about Space Invaders?
Oh, I
We'll just have some
They
bullshit
only have,
live action
yeah,
version.
They only have live actions and like documentaries, but like to actually like learn about it.
Guys,
that's
we
been
can
a
do
good
this.
Well, Pac-Man came out in 1982.
We'll get some yellow paint and just
We're
paint.
gonna make Space Invaders. We're
Space
gonna make the
Invaders.
Space Invaders.
But
movie.
really shitty. It's gonna be like Birdemic Space
movie.
Invaders.
Birdemic. Oh my god.
Dig Dug was my favorite.
Yeah, Dig
back
Dug
then.
was cool.
Dig Dug's fun.
Yeah, I had it. They goes with the tunnels and shit.
Defender was already great. Donkey
Mm.
Kong, obviously. We all knew Donkey Kong, but
1982.
I'm surprised
Damn.
fucking Tekken isn't
Were you
on
born in
there.
1982?
Fuck no.
Fuck
I
no.
was. I was 11 years old.
damn. We weren't even alive, and you were like, all right, let's play Donkey Kong.
Fucking.
Dropping quarters in there with a drill.
Tekken
center.
was great.
Oh, you had slugs.
No, you had to use real quarters.
Because at the time, Tekken was great with like King of Fighters. At
They
the
had so many fighting games come
There's
out
so
in
many
the
fighting games
early
at that
2000s. It was
like
ridiculous.
Fighter, King of Fighters,
SNKs and shit like that.
All
My cousins played a lot of those.
And then like the biggest,
Guilty
one of the
Gear.
biggest
Guilty Gear.
Sunrise
They still make those,
Showdown.
yeah.
Xbox Live or Xbox games was Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had that.
Yeah.
I had like Dead or Alive, the whole collection up to 5.
Yeah, Dead Alive.
And whenever I bought it, I thought, I didn't know what it was. So I remember playing it, and I was like, "What? Man, they got like tit physics and everything."
It was basically like Unreal and like fucking like early Unreal Engine.
Yeah,
graphics.
and I remember playing it, and I ended up playing the volleyball version of it, which is
Siphon
weird.
Filter?
Yeah.
Siphon Filter?
Yeah,
That's my first game I ever played.
That was fun.
Yeah, fucking
That was
Logan, rolling around as Logan,
Yeah. He
you
played on the
tasing
PS2,
people
yeah.
till they caught on fire.
Hell yeah.
Siphon Filter.
That's what I did as a kid, because I didn't know how to really play the game, so
He
I'd
knew it.
fucking...
See, he's 52 years old, and he knows Siphon
Yeah,
Filter.
dude,
No,
Siphon
I mean-
Filter. I still got my PS1 where I played Siphon Filter
I
on
probably
something.
got the original PS at the house. Still.
I mean, I don't have I have the...
I got the Wii. I got a Wii.
Not the PlayStation, but I have the PlayStation 1, because there were like 2 1s.
The tiny one,
I think I had the original and
the round one.
Well, I have the
But the two I
square
got for
one,
my son,
because the first one was more of a light gray, and I think I have the dark.
You have the
gray
big,
one.
fully solid rectangle one, or do you have the tiny, the one that's like this?
I have the
big,
square
it's a
one.
little rounded.
I have the square one.
So you probably just have like the original.
And the disc,
Yeah.
I think-
But 'cause I remember-
Like this, right? The disc?
I remember, yeah, it
Disc?
flipped, yeah, flipped up. I remember, because I have the, I remember playing on like the, because the original controllers also didn't have analog sticks
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, there's no.
But
DualShock.
mine's I had analog sticks by the time I played it. But
y'all-
Siphon Filter was the first game I played. I love that game.
Y'all had Nintendo and Ataris, right?
I
Yeah,
had
I
a
did.
Nintendo
I had-
Yeah,
had a
I
Nintendo.
played on the
I mean, the original
Atari.
Nintendo.
At the Super Nintendo.
Where you
I
had the
had-
fucking
Uh,
cartridge.
At my
Yeah, we had-
at my grandparents' house.
I
They
had
had
NES when I was like
Well,
really
it's
little.
over there. But my Sega, I had to do that shit too.
Like,
Take
Played
it.
a lot of Duck Hunt.
I still have like 2 or 3 of my like memory cards that you would put on the N64, the red top.
Oh, shit,
and you
the
would
memory
put-
pack,
yeah,
the memory
pack,
expansion?
Yeah.
I
You
think my
put it
favorite game
there.
for the original Nintendo was the golf game, though. Fucking John Daly was like one of the characters.
Oh, I know that game.
John Daly was one
Jesus
of the
Christ.
characters.
Damn. If you're talking about
He
John
was like
Daly,
the champ. He was like you had to beat him,
John Daly.
Yeah.
How old is that dude?
He's probably in his 60s, maybe.
He still playing?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
I
as
saw
far
him.
as I know, everybody's always talking about John Daly showing up, just fucking.
I watched them
playing.
fucking tee off at the fucking Houston show.
He's 57. Damn.
I've never seen
Oh,
a
that's
ball fly off
Put his
somebody's
age up
tee
there.
with
That's
fire.
that new keyboard you got, right?
Oh yeah, the Apex Pro.
You guys play golf?
It's pretty nice.
I play golf
You
a
play
little
golf?
bit.
One of my favorite sports growing up was golf, and then I think once I hit, because it was like soccer, then it was
Yeah.
golf, and then once I played rugby, I was like, this is the greatest fucking game of all time.
No, when I tried soccer, then I was done with sports.
I did soccer. I played every sport except what he played was rugby. I played like water polo. I did swimming. I did diving.
I think rugby is like one of the apex of
I never
sports.
played rugby.
It's so
too
crazy
small for that.
because it's just nonstop, and unless something, I forget exactly what happens when the ball gets tied up, and you
Well,
gotta do
you
the
can't
scrimmage,
move
and
it,
you gotta like
yeah.
lock arms, and somebody fucking tosses it in the middle, and everybody's. The funniest thing that happened to me in rugby though was we were playing at like near this little side skirt of my friend's house, and we had good like stacked up teams on both sides, except for brains. So,
It's like you got
Well,
people.
nobody has brains in the game of rugby. All the players.
well, you'd be surprised. But the funny thing was that so I ended up getting the ball. Somebody tossed the lateral to me, and I grabbed the ball and I started running, and I was like, oh, I fucking got this wide open. And I started running, and next thing you know, somebody just wraps me up out of nowhere, and I just hit the ground, and I land like this. And all I hear is, Nick, what the fuck are you doing? And I turn around, and we're playing shirts and skins, right? And me and my friend Nick are skins, so you can kind of guess what just fucking happened.
He just
And my friend, who's also on my team, we're both shirtless. He wrapped me up as soon as I got the ball, and fucking got my legs, and we both just fell down. I said, Nick, what the fuck are you doing? And I look behind me, and sure enough, he's just got my legs like this. And I'm like, Nick, what the fuck?
There's
But
some bad motherfuckers though, those fucking rugby players. Man.
oh man, yes, for real. They play serious and they play hard. And they the stiff arms, and that's why I can't watch fucking football. Like I always tell people, it's a
Yeah.
bunch of men
NFL
in
got soft,
tights and helmets. Well, fucking you watch rugby and they're going, and
Shorts.
those
No fucking
shorts,
thigh pads.
just like the fucking just shirts, the polyester shirts, like the basic stuff you need. And it's
No
laterals.
helmet, no helmet.
And toss it back, and people are going, but you play it smart too. So you're running, and if you might not be able to get it, you got good field vision. You toss a lateral to a teammate or something like that.
And get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, and then they might get knocked the fuck out because you might have made a bad lateral. Or you could do like a good stiff arm, and man, the stiff arms in rugby those things are tough, man.
The motherfuckers are tough, you know.
That's like a fucking. They have like a their arm is just a log of meat.
Yeah.
And they just fucking.
And their legs are the trunks.
And their legs are the trunks.
Arm is just.
And they'll just fucking
meat.
And did just fucking stiff arm somebody, just like just palm them in the head, and it's just like bam.
It's like when I was playing basketball in the islands, right, in the Pacific Islands, right. We had this Tongan guy, I know, a Samoan guy.
Mm-hmm.
Big motherfucker and strong as fuck, man.
Yeah.
He was like 6'5". I mean, his legs were like tree trunks. His arms was like the first, you know how the tree starts to branch off? Just fucking big old fucking motherfucker. You try to box him out. He just kind of look at you and laugh, you know, just kind of push you away with just.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And like, damn.
See, guys like that are meant for rugby, but we don't have any like good rugby teams around here because everybody plays that sissy ass football. And I'm expected to root for the Texans, who never win anything. And then
But you know,
as much as I hate to talk shit, I love to talk shit about the Cowboys. I can't say I hate it because I just like how it always falls apart for them nowadays. And every year it's like we them boys, and it's like
they always fall up.
and then they fall really flat. It's like the Texans are doing bad, but as long as the Cowboys are also doing bad, it's like, look, you guys want to talk about how you had this great run in what, the 80s? Was it, or was it the 90s, mid 90s?
80s and 90s.
I think it was
late 80s.
I think it was late 80s.
Early 90s.
Yeah.
90s,
And everybody wants to root for the Cowboys.
Pretty sure they won like 93.
Was that the last one? But they went on a run in the 80s, didn't they?
I think it was
No, that was
80s.
during Bradshaw.
Oh shit! I mean, it hit
That
my
was the
mic.
80s.
It should have been just
Let me
the
see.
80s. That was the last win.
Hey, that's my time. I knew I was a football
I thought they
diehard.
won in the 90s.
That's when football was real football.
Did they win?
Pretty sure they won like
But
93
you know, some
or
bad
94.
some bad dudes. You ever see pillow fighting, like boxing shit?
Pillow fighting.
Yeah, you ever see that shit?
Yeah.
I saw that at fucking Barney's, you know, on the TV. I'm like, what the fuck are these motherfuckers doing?
Oh yeah. That
Okay, so yeah,
No,
But
they're
with
fucking
it's
swinging
like
pillows.
it's like boxing with a pillow. Yeah.
Cowboys were 76, 78, 79, and then 93.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
see?
got one in 93. Okay.
So-
do 93.
So they can always talk about we them boys,
Well, they won with Danny White.
and they haven't been them
quarterback.
boys in what? How many years? 30 years?
A long time.
It's a long time. Meanwhile, the Texans were made in what, 2002?
They still ain't got
They
shit.
still haven't got anything.
Yeah, I don't know. But we,
I don't even think they made it to the second round of the playoffs yet.
no, we've been pretty bad. But at least we ain't going around saying we them boys.
They only got close to that with J.J. Watt. Whenever he started.
Yeah, but deep,
That
I
was
mean, one
it.
dude ain't
Yeah,
gonna make
one
the team,
dude
bro.
knocked-
Well, because we always had good people in the Texans. We always had some phenomenal people.
And everyone got
Well,
traded
Jadavion
for
Clowney, Andre Johnson,
yeah, but-
J.J. Watt.
Yeah, but they didn't want
Arian
to.
quarter-
Foster.
Yeah, yeah.
They relied on just not enough good players.
Yeah, we never had like we always had
strong
like maybe
players.
one or two out of how many people do you have on the
Yeah,
team?
they only have like two superstars. That's it, and the rest are, okay.
The thing
role
is
model
that
players.
and nowadays in sports we rely on superstars, super teams, and shit like that. But it used to not always be like that.
Well, it's a different sport,
It's
though, too.
going to be
bro.
not like that anyways. They got super teams for NBA that you won't be allowed next year.
Well, no,
They banned it.
they shouldn't fucking do that. I mean, if the fucking owner wants to throw up money,
I think if they can get away with the luxury shit, luxury tax and all that,
Yeah, they already got rid of it for next year.
go ahead and go ahead and build that team because that doesn't mean they're gonna win though.
But you
I
gotta
mean, we
understand,
seen
though,
what happened with James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and what was it, Kevin Durant. That was supposed to be like, the Nets right there. That was
Yeah,
stacked,
Fucking shit show.
and they fell apart like the
can't, like,
first
you
year.
can't
James
have-
Harden to me is trash, man. I don't think it was other people.
He's
do not like
he's
the
never
way
been
that he
that good.
plays.
fucking owning
On
himself, man.
even on our team on the Rockets, like I didn't like him when I started kind of getting into it in 2014. By about 2016 or so, he's more of a team player.
Well, because he's getting older,
But the thing about James Harden is I even
reliance on drawing fouls.
even though I could say like, hey, he can hit those weird step back threes that are like borderline travels.
Anybody can do that.
He could attack the basket with ease, because
he's left-handed.
he used to be able to glide like that. Now he's not so much. The thing is, and like Eric said, this dude would have 20 points on foul shots.
Yeah, and
Getting in, but getting in and drawing a foul at a time is an art of itself.
Part of the
But
game.
But half of those are probably not fouls.
Well, and it's
not that.
it's
It's when
dependent.
your play style relies on it too
Like
much.
if you can get away with like having somebody think you deserve 20 foul shots, that's impressive.
To be fair though, his assist game with any center that he would play with, he can give them any points they would need.
Well, yeah, you can lob it up, and if you have a good center, they can dunk it down. Hopefully,
honest, you need a good center.
like nowadays with the Spurs and Wembanyama, that dude's like what 7? He has what's his wingspan?
Anywhere. Yeah. He's like 7 foot something.
Yeah, and I've seen these things like, oh my God, Wembanyama's doing this. It's like, dude, he's fucking tall. All he has to do is reach above you, and that's it. He's swatting the ball down.
You gotta remember though, the NBA is different than it was 20 years ago. Now you got
absolutely
or just specialty players.
Everybody in their like 40s was playing in the NBA. Now it's all mostly people in their late 20s
Yeah,
to
because
30s.
even baseball, baseball's a young sport, man. I mean,
Verlander is the only exception to it, but he's still not producing what he could.
I do, and the funny
he
thing,
doesn't throw a lot of junk balls.
basketball is the only sport I wish I could really watch and just see like the people that played when the game came out, like in that age.
Yeah, it was a hard fucking game, man. No,
LeBron, way before.
In the 90s.
No,
I'm talking about like the 70s and 80s.
Oh, okay, you're talking about
he played like late
fucking
90s.
shooting only?
Yeah.
Oh, because 90s they were all defensively.
The 90s, the 90s was a bit more heavy on
LeBron
defense.
Played with that.
No, he didn't play with.
He was late though.
He played with the big dudes, the tall dudes, and like the last of it though. He didn't play during it.
Yeah, that's the last tail end of what's you
But
know.
he still got to play experience with it versus everybody that's shooting threes and.
Didn't LeBron only come in the league in like 06?
He's one of the greatest players, LeBron, man.
No, he went earlier than that.
Yeah, he got out of high school.
He was in the 90s.
Well, yeah, I thought he didn't
like
come.
90,
I thought he.
99.
LeBron?
No.
LeBron has not been playing since 91 or 92.
No, just 91. No.
I mean, I was thinking like
LeBron's been playing since like what, 04, 05?
No, I think it was
2003.
Yeah,
03.
First round, first overall
Yeah, not
pick.
the fucking 90s.
Yeah, nah.
So
He got the tail end of the people from the 90s.
Yeah, so the early 2000s when those tall, big 90s players were coming.
Yeah,
up.
but it was the NBA got soft already by 2003.
Let me see LeBron versus Wilt Chamberlain. I want to see it right now.
To me, though, he's fucking one of the
You
greatest.
say LeBron?
AI, can you hook this game up? But no, I think
he could play with like AI. He could play with Shaq and all that. But like,
well, no. I was talking about like I was like I need the AI to generate this matchup.
Chamberlain was a different thing because nobody was playing his style.
Well, and plus no one was that big and
I mean, they had to make rules to limit
yeah.
this man and the way he could score. I mean, Wilt
for
Chamberlain.
all the accolades he had.
Yeah, he came in and well, I mean, they had to like throw in like what you call it, goaltending and shit like that, wasn't it? Because of him.
Tall enough to block every shot.
Yeah. Because somebody tried to like Wembanyama, like if somebody tried to throw it up and he could just be like,
just go
nope.
and reach and grab it and pull it back.
Yeah, he could just fucking pull it up right there next to the goal. So they had to make goaltending up and shit like
That's
that.
why
for him.
fucking you have Hops as a big
So
man.
you had Larry Bird, and you
Larry
just
Bird
hit
was
three
one of the coldest
everywhere.
motherfuckers alive. Man.
See, but that's like, man,
That's
like
80s.
putting that type of skill in today's game.
It wouldn't match up because everybody could play defense.
Well, no, you have specialty people.
Well, the skill gets past the defense. The thing about nowadays is that it's a lot less. To me, it's a lot less skillful.
It's a lot less Rodman.
Well, shit, definitely.
There couldn't be
Because you had skill plus power there, and he was a great rebounder.
Well, yeah, he just knew how to fucking position and fucking.
Yeah.
What they call that's what his nickname, right?
The problem with that is like you could be a great defensive player in the paint, but you have to play that defense.
You know what his nickname was, though, right?
The
Worm.
Was
the
an
Worm,
outside
the Worm.
defensive player because you don't play that. You only screen, and now it's illegal to do screens.
I bet you Robin probably had one of the highest.
It's really hard to pull off a good screen.
No, it's not.
Now it is, yeah.
Nowadays,
it's very hard to.
Because dude, I watched the game the other day, and I think it might have been. Not, I didn't watch it. It was a clip, but yeah, it was like because if you don't set that screen good enough, and it's kind of dependent on couple of refs and
call like a defensive foul.
It'll be like it's because it's either blocking or it's a charge, and most of the time
It's a blocking.
most of the time it's a blocking if you're in the under the rim.
Yeah.
But you have to be in the paint, but you have to be like in that little
circle.
Smaller like half like over.
that little half circle under. So usually if you're in that and you set and your feet are either touching that, you're definitely gonna get a blocking foul.
If you're taking the guys coming up for it.
Because you're blocking his shot.
Yeah. Well, no, he's coming.
You're in that restricted area. They call it the restricted area. So you can't block somebody. You can't post up right there. No, the things
that's a stupid rule though.
Well, you see, the thing is that when you pull it outside of that area, it's a lot grayer. Because you could see somebody seriously just move and set up a last second fucking pick block right there, and they won't even be set. Yeah, they only have their feet set, and then it's like they call a charge on the dude. Man, the thing is that they tried to. I remember watching, and I think it was 2019 because when Carmelo went with the Rockets, and they instituted the freedom of movement rules. And that was complete shit. Because it was like anytime somebody was trying to move around another fucking person, whether they were setting a pick or not, if you fucking shoulder bump somebody on accident, you're trying to play defense on your guy, trying to go around and keep playing defense, it was like freedom of movement, And it was like, dude.
Freedom of movement.
Yeah, and they made that a rule. It was a freedom of movement rule. And I hated that. Yeah, go ahead. I hated that rule because that's seriously every movement in the NBA. Like, everybody's trying to set a pick. Everybody's trying to move around. Sorry. And it just doesn't work out. What was that? Oh, my God.
You did it? Yes. Thank you, Lord.
I was like, I didn't get... Damn, Jay, about taking a ladder, too?
I got wide shoulders, bro.
Ladder broke.
But the NBA, they just, they keep trying to make up rules to put in the game, and they keep putting them on.
It's getting a lot
softer.
Make
it comes out a lot softer, yeah, it does. And then it just slows the game down. You can't watch a game and let it go freely because there's just so many fouls.
Yeah, and a lot of them shouldn't be called because, they're big dudes in there,
Yeah.
And there's not that much space. Unless they move the rims up to 12 feet, then it changes the game.
12 feet make the shit wider. I mean, they play in stadiums. They could definitely make the court wider if they wanted to.
Just imagine, though.
Put trampolines underneath it?
No.
I mean, that's jump ball right there.
Slam ball.
Slam ball, yeah.
Slam
Slam
So
ball.
imagine, 20, 30 years ago, how big were your guards? Like, average good guards, 6'2", 6'1", 6'0", or 6 foot?
I mean, a lot of them still are kind of.
I mean, very few, but majority of them 6'4", 6'5", 6'6".
But now you have a lot of more super soldiers that are just big, tall, and strong. And they can shoot.
And really fucking tall.
I mean, it's just a different game. These boys are more talented than...
Because you got
I wish I could say some of them were more talented. Some of them. I mean, nowadays you're getting, especially with social media being so prevalent, you're getting a lot of people, younger players in that get in and just completely fuck it up because they want to be, they think they're that talented to where, the rules don't apply to them. And then who was it that we just, Kevin Porter, was that him? He beat up his girlfriend. I don't want to say the wrong one. I think it might have been Kevin Porter. I mean, I'll have to look it up.
Him. We had him in Houston.
Wait, you know what's funny is that they were the Rockets were we're gonna waive him, and then they didn't waive him. They ended up trading him.
We traded to the Thunders, and then they tried to waive him.
And then
they ended up waiving him.
Yeah, and then they waived him. But what happened at first? The first word was that the Rockets were just gonna waive him, but because it worked out in a trade to free up cap space, both sides.
Oh. I think they were just trying to trade him.
That's a dirty move on both teams.
They were already trying to
trade
him.
But it frees up so they both get off on the good end right there.
Like a loophole.
Except for Porter.
Yeah, because except for him, because he's not gonna be able to play in the league again. But it frees up cap space.
But the problem with that was his girl came out and saying it was false accusations. Like, you can't just turn back on that now. So she was gonna get in trouble anyways.
Yeah.
You can't punish the dude for whatever. I mean, you gotta. There's two sides to every story, And, we don't know what's going on with their life, But even if he was guilty,
To the Thunder, that's who we traded him to.
You shouldn't punish
him. And they waived him.
Thunders,
you shouldn't punish the man for if he did abuse it. You just got to say, look, don't do the shit again.
And they have to take over
the penalty but the thing is that whenever it comes down to these sports like that, they want these people to be role models. They want kids to look up to them.
But again,
you can't be a role model for kids. Like, us looking at it, we're like, hey, is he going to do it again? I mean, how bad was it? Maybe. We might try to take some things into consideration. But if you have a 6-year-old looking up to this guy and he hears that, he beat the shit out of his girlfriend,
6-year-old with a girlfriend? Holy.
No, I'm saying.
6-year-old fan, big fan.
I'm saying, yeah, the 6-year-old's a big fan. Yeah, and...
But, again,
the 6-year-old, and he hears about some behavior like that. These are supposed to be role models. You know what I mean?
So if you want him to be in the league, you say, look, you got to go out there and you got to apologize to the fans.
I mean, that's what happened with John Morant.
Yeah.
When the gun in the strip club and shit like that, and then he did it again. Like, he was waving the gun on Instagram.
That's different now.
But that's where it leads to. You know, you say don't do it again, and then next thing you know, he's like, I'm not gonna do it again, and now he's on Instagram waving a gun.
You know,
he did it again.
You get one chance, that's it.
But see, he got you
kick him out of the league, and he cannot.
I can't believe we have to tell you this, sir, but you shouldn't beat your wife.
you should be, yeah. Right. But that's another thing. Like that is something that should just go unsaid. You can't be beating your wife, and it doesn't matter if you're, if you're a role model or you're just like a citizen, kind of.
Yeah, let him do his time for his crime.
Unless you're from.
And then he wouldn't be playing in the NBA, so either way he's gonna get kicked out. He's gonna get waived. It doesn't work out, Jay. It doesn't work out.
Like I said, man, everybody deserves a second chance.
How sway? How? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Well, I won't argue that because people do deserve second chances.
I mean that varies on organization too, because look at how many NFL players beat their wives. And
NFL players are more likely to get away with that.
The thing is the NBA doesn't put up with that shit.
Yeah.
Like the NBA cleaned up their act after the fucking 80s because everyone was beating the shit out of each other, and they're like, hey, we're on fucking TV and people are watching this.
Yeah.
That's why they had to start wearing suits to fucking interviews and post games.
Oh yeah, but that's where the NFL should say, well, if these guys got a criminal record, then.
Well, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Is like the NBA doesn't put up with that shit. Like that guy got fired because he's a fucking basketball player. Like he lost his job because he's a basketball. If he was a football player, he probably would have been suspended.
And you have to think about it. Whenever most of these people,
it's all like a league by league basis.
Whenever most of these people get in these leagues,
it's not put up with in the fucking NBA.
No, usually they don't. Because look how young these people are.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure in high school they probably did the same shit.
If you got a record in high school, you're probably not gonna make it. But if you make it big and then you start fucking up, still, I mean, you know, like we're saying, these people are young. Hopefully, they don't have records in high school. Some people do. I know. I got family that do. You know, and they went. They're still in fucking. They're still in prison because they fucked up in high school and they've been in prison. Shit, I think the first year, second year in high school.
Come out of college and shit. So.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Yeah, you get out of. Some people either get to go. They're so good they can either go through like straight out of high school, and then some people get seen.
Not anymore though.
Not too much, no.
I think all this.
No, the league changed. Yeah.
Well, they make a lot of money in college anyways already.
Yeah, well, some people do, because they've also changed those rules too. So it's like, you know, if you can get through high school without a criminal record, and you can go through college without a criminal record, and, you know, do what, I don't know how many years you have to do in college nowadays.
3 to 4.
Well, then again, that's why we put too much,
juniors and senior leagues for
football, these athletes too much money.
Well, the thing is, they want these athletes. They want them in the league sooner if they're that fucking good.
Yeah, but still, I mean...
And these people are still young, man. Like, you can be, at that point, you got out of high school. Like, I graduated at 17. So you go through 3 years in college, you might be 20, you know. And then
the average early age of a rookie is, 23, 24.
Right. But,
yeah.
I mean,
these people are still young. They're going to fuck up. And some of them are just that bad to where they're beating up girlfriends. And they're being so abusive towards their significant other if they have one at that point. Oh, they're brandishing guns.
So you know what they should do? Probably put a clause in their fucking contract.
Well, the thing is that's kind of what they do. That's why the dude is not in the league. Yeah.
And make them understand this shit, you know?
Well, they try to. Like they say, don't do it again. Some people do it again.
Yeah, but, if you can't control yourself to slap a woman around, then something wrong with you.
That's true.
And maybe they just
and I think that's what we've been talking about. Yeah, that's what we agree on. It's true. Like, you should not be going around doing that, especially when you're a public figure in that aspect.
So maybe before, if
Barack Obama was out here smacking his wife around, we would have said something too. Like, oh shit, why is he president?
Good on you.
Good on you. Sean Connery was like, sometimes you gotta smack around a little bit.
Do a mental evaluation on them before they can enter into the draft.
You know what's funny is that I actually got interviewed on that by Fox News some years ago. I went to go pick up my cousin from her elementary.
Fox News interviewed you?
Yeah, no, it was weird as fuck. I picked her up from Park Lakes Elementary, and
like the local Fox affiliate or Fox News Fox.
The
News?
local, I think the local. Whatever, I think it was a local, because they just had one camera and then a news dude.
Okay.
So, he wasn't there when I walked in, but when I walked out, he was there, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And so, I was walking with my cousin, because, she was in elementary at the time, and he goes, excuse me, sir, we're doing a news article on a man who was found molesting, elementary students up here, and we just wanted to see what some of the parents had to say about that. First thing I said was, well, actually, this is my cousin. Because I was like, if this is on the news, I don't want people thinking I'm a fucking dad. You know? So, so I let him know. I was like, first of all, this is my cousin. And then, you know, I answered about 3 of their questions. And I was like, well, you know, the thing that you really can't screen that well for people like this, because it's easy to fool the system like that. Yeah. And there's going to be people that are able to get by, or maybe at that point, maybe they're not even interested in children or something, but then later on something clicks like that for them, and they are. Maybe they're able to fool the checks. And what pissed me off and why I was like, all right, can't trust Fox News, is that whenever people told me about, hey, my mom saw you on TV, and I was like, oh yeah, how'd it go? And then, but you know, they showed me the video, and it said "concerned father" under my fucking name. And I was like, the first thing I told him,
concerned father.
They rolled you under the bus.
Hey man,
backed up, and then
that's.
back forward over you.
It was at about 16, 17. I learned you can't trust Fox News, because the first thing you tell them, hey, I'm not a father, and that's what they put on TV, concerned father.
Concerned father.
But I actually had a lot of screen time on that. Because, I mean, they interviewed other parents and shit, but I had, like...
Other parents?
Yeah, other parents.
So he was a concerned father.
No, they interviewed, like, people that were parents, and then I had, like, you know... I was on there about 3 different times in segments compared to people who had, like, 1 or 2. And I think one... I wish I had that story saved, but it was like, you know, I was like, yeah, you really can't... It's really hard to... You know, make sure you can vet these people, these teachers sometimes, because, I mean, if you want to fool the system, you can. If you're that smart, you can. If it's something you want to do.
Yeah, we had a diddler that substituted in my junior high.
You had a diddler that substituted in junior?
That substituted.
I had a diddler that worked in my high school. That was...
My high school was plagued with
diddlers?
Teacher-student relationships.
You have good-looking teachers, at least?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I mean...
Well, I can't say much for the band director, because that was a dude. But one chick that we...
He was like a halfway balding band director.
Teacher was never confirmed, but it was always, like, suspected.
That he was
like,
diddling?
A bunch of people. No, she was hot.
She?
Fucking chick, yeah. She was, ooh. Because that was like I don't know if that was just a rumor or if that was like what was actually happening.
Rumor has it.
Then like, yeah, the band director had a relationship with one of the students, I think like my sophomore year. Junior year, a couple of the teachers got caught fooling around with each other when they were both married.
A couple of teachers?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
It's like a teacher and a vice principal.
Hey, you want to grade these
junior high,
papers
though, yeah,
together?
we had that diddler. And my junior high was on the news. He was like heavy petting some of the students.
Heavy petting.
Heavy petting.
Oh shit.
Wow. Getting his hands all gropey and it's pretty fucked up.
I never had that, luckily.
And like it was weird because I remember when we first saw him in class. Like I think he substituted, I think, in one of my classes because I remember seeing his face and like my friends and I, who were complete fucking pieces of shit at the time, would just like make fun of him and like joke because he just looked like one.
He looked like a diddler.
And like, yeah, and like I think he'd subbed there for like a week, maybe a week and a half or so before people started saying stuff.
Shit, I had a teacher, and I've had my friend's brother confirm this after I graduated. I think he went over there, had him as a teacher. I won't say any names here, but I remember one time I had a class exchange, and so, you know, I had him for like just a day, and then like 2 weeks later he was having a party, and my friends were like, oh yeah, you know, so and so, he's having like a end of the year party for the students, and you know, you want to come with us? I was like, oh well, you know, I had him for 1 day, so if he asked, I can get by on a technicality. And sure enough, like, we go to the thing, you know, and I mean, I think he was like the only adult, but he was like, he was bartending. He was mixing up sodas and shit like that for the students. And I remember, because I didn't drink anything, because I was like, man, something just doesn't feel right about this. It's kind of strange. But I remember near the end of it, before we, I think maybe like an hour before we left, I remember I was thirsty, so I went in the one of the rooms where the bar was at, and he walks in. He's like, "You looking for anything?" I was like, I'm thirsty. I didn't know what I wanted. Oh, maybe I can make something up for you. What do you feel like drinking? And I was like, I'm more of a tart person, sour. And he's like, I think I got just a thing for you. And so he starts mixing stuff up. He's like, I don't think I've ever seen you in one of my classes. And I was like, well, actually, I had you for one day. You and Miss, I forgot her name. I think it was like Spiggage or something like that. Traded classes. And he's like, technicality. And I was like, yep, you know it. And he's like, all right, that's fair enough, And, but later on, I've had multiple people that actually had him throughout the years tell me, like, yeah, he hit on, like, a friend of mine, or he hit on me. And he texted me, like, 3 years after I graduated trying to see what I was doing at, like, 2 a.m. And I was like, oh, shit. But no, he did actually get in trouble for messing around with some of the students, the male students too. He was after the men.
He was after the men.
Yeah, so it's one of those interesting things, man. Like, you just don't. And he was always like the students held him in high esteem. So he never had gotten in trouble and shit like that, and everybody really liked him. But he was doing that. Oh, a teacher that was at my high school.
I always begged my vice principal to let me date her.
You told me about that before.
I did.
You got any more beer in your fridge there, buddy?
Oh, yeah, what you want?
I don't know. What you got? Probably the last one.
I got you.
What bees?
Isn't it weird thinking back on that? You're like, man, I was like 18. I'd be totally cool with my 35-year-old vice principal.
Bless your dirty nose.
Oh, absolutely. Like, there were some
hands
teachers
around my throat, and then like when you're older, you're like,
I mean, just imagine too, back in when I was going to middle school and high school, and there were some hot ass teachers, boy. I was like, damn. I wonder nowadays. Think about it. You had hot teachers?
I feel like everyone everywhere.
I had a
least
few, but nothing that was like
a couple of
damn.
hot teachers.
Like some of it was like, okay, like if I, like, this teacher's pretty good looking. Like, if they came on to me, I'd be fine with that. But nothing.
Like physically or?
Yeah, physically. Like, I'd be like,
Literally.
Oh, physically. I mean, shit. I was literally shit. I mean, it's a woman.
Literally also is basically physically.
Yeah, it is. So I was like, it'd be a woman.
At that point,
if I have to clarify. I mean, I don't really have a fetish of a woman coming on me, but
man,
I get,
try it out.
I'd be fine with that.
Fucking great.
It's piss, but yeah, it's just excited piss.
It's 60% piss.
It's mostly piss.
It's mostly piss.
Yeah,
it's not fully piss.
It's pretty much.
It's mostly piss, but it's not fully piss.
It's pretty much piss.
Is Bud Light beer?
I think we need to.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, see.
Is Bud Light beer? No. I got 6% Bud Light Platinum in there for people.
It's 60%.
But this ain't no Def Leppard shit. Don't pour that on me.
It's not piss.
Pour some piss on me.
It's mostly piss.
Nah.
It's still hot.
I had
Mic check 1 2.
Fuck.
I can do that. This is nowadays we have the internet and we can search things. Things might pop up after that you might not want to know.
Wait, are you searching to see whether or not squirt is really 60%?
It's not.
It is.
Isn't?
Yes. If you type in, like, search whatever you want, when a woman squirts, 60% of it is urine.
The present data, based on ultrasonographic bladder monitoring and biochemical analysis, indicate that squirting is essentially the involuntary emission of urine during sexual activity, although a marginal contribution of prostatic secretions to the emitted fluid often exists. I don't have a percentage here.
Keep digging.
Research has now shown that the main component of fluid produced by squirting is urine. Sometimes it may contain fluid from the female prostate. Alright, so hold on. I gotta dig deeper here. This is from the National Library of Medicine. So,
right, Inspector Gadget.
If we don't find a fucking... I don't know if we're going to find a... Okay, so I'm going to go through the 3 paragraphs here. Alright, you guys ready?
Bring it on.
This is the. It just says.
But what's
The
the brief
breakdown.
on the internet
So,
now?
introduction. During sexual stimulation, some women report the discharge of a noticeable amount of fluid from the urethra, a phenomenon also called squirting. To date, both the nature and the origin of squirting remain controversial. In this investigation, we not only analyzed the biochemical nature of the emitted fluid, but also explored the presence of any pelvic liquid collection that could result from sexual arousal and explain a massive fluid emission. Methods. 7 women without gynecological abnormalities and who reported recurrent and massive fluid emission during sexual stimulation underwent provoked sexual arousal. Eric, were you in this? I can see Eric being part of this this study.
What was the study again?
It says 7 women without gynecological.
Gynecologist?
I guess it's gynecologic abnormalities and who reported.
Gynecological abnormalities.
Yes, and who reported recurrent and massive fluid emission during sexual stimulation underwent provoked sexual arousal. Yeah, I was like, was Eric a part of this investigation?
I wish I was.
And the provoked sexual arousal part?
If he can squirt, maybe he was.
Pelvic ultrasound scans were performed after voluntary urination. US 1, apparently. And during sexual stimulation just before US 2 and after US 3 squirting. Urea? What the fuck?
Urethra?
No, urea. Urea is like the piss, word for piss. Creatinine, uric acid, and prostate-specific antigen concentrations were assessed in urinary samples before sexual stimulation, BSU, and after squirting, ASU, and squirting sample itself, S. Results. In all participants, US1 confirmed through bladder emptiness after a variable time of sexual excitation, US2, just before squirting, showed noticeable bladder filling. So, that's where the piss comes in. You see that, Aaron? And US3, just after squirting, demonstrated the bladder had been emptied again. Biochemical analysis of BSU, S, and ASU showed comparable urea, creatinine, and uric acid concentrations in all participants. Yet, whereas PSA was not detected in BSU in 6 out of 7 participants, the antigen was present in S and ASU in 5 out of 7 participants.
We believe every woman is different.
Conclusions. Well, yeah, for the most part, the samples ended up being the same. But yeah, everybody's pretty much different. But conclusions. The present data, based on ultrasonographic bladder monitoring and biochemical analysis, indicate that squirting is essentially the involuntary emission of urine during sexual activity, although a marginal contribution of prostatic secretions to the emitted fluid often exists. What do you think? Are you looking it up?
I'm trying to find because I already know what it is.
Look at what I see on your phone.
I've looked this shit up like a lot. I'm trying to find the article that I found with my friend. Vera and I were talking about this a couple years ago, and he found an article that said it was 60% urine or something, because he was just like it's piss, Eric, and I was like, it's not actually piss. It's like it's not all. It's not all piss. It's not like it's just straight piss.
Well, it's not all piss.
He's
but
like,
it sounds like
it's mainly piss, and I was like, yeah, I don't care,
90%.
but he's like, it's piss, and I was like, I don't care. It's not that much, and he found this article that said it was it was 60% urine or something.
I don't believe you.
No, I don't care. It's still hot.
I think it's more than 90. It sounds like.
It doesn't.
I
don't know.
You don't know what, Jay?
It's warm.
It doesn't bother me.
It's
It doesn't have a. No.
It's just piss, Jay.
Yeah, but it still don't smell like piss though, really.
It doesn't smell like it though.
It doesn't.
I've never tried to smell it, but
That's what I'm trying to say. You say 60%. I mean, it would smell like fucking urine.
I like this article right here. Is squirting actually just pee? Squirting is squirting because it is squirt.
Is that really what it says?
Yes.
That's the smartest dude ever.
Squirting is squirting.
That's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so.
Because Stone Cold.
But no, that is the Cosmopolitan. That's an article from the Cosmopolitan. The headline is "Squirting actually just pee," and then squirting is squirting because it is squirt. It happens during sexual activity.
I'm pretty sure a chick wrote that.
His name is Ingle, so
Ingle.
you're not sitting down to pee. You're squirting.
Is that a forum or is that like an article?
What is that?
Cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan.
You want me to read that one too?
Well, no. Let me see. Is that really how the article reads?
Sexist group. All right.
I gotta find. I mean, it's
sounds like
a whole article. I'm not about to read all the fucking article.
Oh well, are you reading like? Is that how it was formatted, or were you reading it in order?
That's how it was formatted. It was formatted. There's a part of this that is actually formatted like that says that.
No.
So yeah, I was reading a little snippet.
I thought you were like reading some Yahoo Answers or something.
No. I was reading a little snippet of this article. I don't know where it is in it, but.
Well, I mean, we all know it's piss, basically.
It's basically
majority piss, but it's not piss.
Doesn't smell like piss to me though.
It's not piss. It's kind of like I can't believe it's not butter, but instead of for like butter.
I can't believe it's not piss.
It's yeah.
Wood piss?
Can't believe it's not piss.
What is piss?
You would piss?
I can't believe it's not.
It's like a light beer.
Hold on. Hold on. Stop that.
I can't believe it's not piss, cause it's not.
But you wouldn't say it's not piss. You would say it's not what other type of fluid would you say? I can't believe it's not so and so fluid instead of piss because it's piss.
But it's not piss.
I mean, I would
it's mostly.
It's mostly piss, but it's not piss.
I can't believe it's.
Secretion. I don't fuck. I mean,
I don't.
Having had both squirt and piss on me from a chick, there's definitely a difference.
So it sounds like somebody.
Is it just because it's so sudden? Sudden rather than somebody like just. So okay, so to go to the.
Jordan can't even talk.
Because I was saying so you would say the squirt is sudden. But so I'm assuming, because I feel like Eric's the type he might like a woman, to piss on him. So,
yeah,
okay, I thought maybe because you said that, so I was like, well, it makes sense.
Well,
I can see Eric doing that. There's no shame in it. I wouldn't want to be pissed on by a woman, but I mean, fuck it. It's kind of it's something to knock off your bucket list. I'd say that. Maybe one day in my life I'd be like, my friend Eric told me that this is actually pretty enjoyable.
Just try it.
But what I was about to say, so would you say the difference between the squirt and the piss is that the squirt is sudden, and whenever you got pissed on,
it's not really sudden.
Well, shut up, Jay. It's pretty sudden. I mean,
well, you can tell when it's pissed.
You're pumping it.
The squirt's more like watered
You're pumping
down.
the squirt.
Yeah, it's like light. It's like.
But so that's what I was about to say. So whenever the squirt happens, it's mostly like you're in the act, and it's just like orgasm squirt.
Yeah, like a fucking super soaker.
It happens exactly.
Fire hydrant.
So
like
it's sudden.
Fire hydrant.
And so
Like
whatever. And I don't know. Do you ask to get pissed on?
I have before.
And so
Jordan looks shocked. My answer.
Because I'm not shocked because we established that you would do it. But no, the funny thing is what he did with his eyes. What he did with his eyes is fucking funny. He's like, I have before. It's like, okay.
Like James Bond.
Yeah, I have. But so in the manner in which it happened, did you wait until they had to pee? Like, it wasn't like y'all were just like,
Once, yes.
Well, usually they don't have to pee after.
A couple times, no.
Sometimes they do.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was like, I didn't know if he was like, like, piss on me,
What, they call that, a golden shower?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess it works out for male or female, either one. But, I didn't know if he had waited to get pissed on before sexual activity, during sexual activity. Or maybe they just, took a break.
It was like to kickstart it.
It's like,
but then again, why would I mean...
Yeah, it's like that's why I was wondering. I didn't know if he because squirting is like extremely sudden. Meanwhile, getting pissed on, you have to.
Yeah, you're talking about like the anticipation and the build up, like just sitting there waiting.
If she's a fucking squirter, then fucking it's coming.
But that's what we're saying. The difference. I want to know the difference. The difference between because the squirting is more of an act of like in the moment, like orgasm, pelvic walls,
if the woman knows
bladder.
How to squirt, she's gonna squirt.
That's. If she knows how to squirt, she's gonna squirt.
Well, especially if she's enjoying it.
But, so you're saying, if she knows how to piss on you, she's gonna piss on you.
Well, sometimes you.
That's the way I just see it.
So there's a difference because.
That's what I'm saying. There's a difference.
So.
Because if somebody's gonna squirt,
well, I mean, I guess you're technically asking the wrong. I guess in order to get the answer that you're trying to seek, you would need to ask a woman. But from what I've understood is, it basically feels like every woman that's told me is it's almost like she had it feels like gotta piss, and then
okay, so it feels like you have to piss, but it's really sudden. It's like the pelvic walls just fucking.
Well, because she's
because of the orgasm.
Yeah, because
going up. Yeah, so
contractions,
Yeah, but it's like that's not.
Whenever you're pissing,
mostly involuntary.
You force the stream. It's like a really strong, just like a stream of.
Or like you've been holding piss
coming.
Fuck, that burns.
Well, no, like.
Depends on if you're hydrated or not.
I'm just saying, like, you're asking, like, it's not like, like when you pee, it's like, it's like a stream or whatnot. Like this is like it's like an open fire hydrant.
Yeah,
like
yeah. And that's why, because I got two different things, and that's what it is. It's to me, because it's like you bust open a fire hydrant compared to you're just gonna piss on somebody.
Yeah, no, it's not like a steady.
Because
stream.
if I just wanted to piss on somebody, I could.
I mean, it's coming out probably like 30 people.
But I was having sex, and I was like, holy shit! For some reason, like I just fucking
I'm telling you. It's like a super soak.
This fucking sprinkler.
That shit's under pressure.
Nah, that's funny as fuck. Okay. But that is interesting. No,
yeah,
I peg it at two different things, though.
Whether or not...
Well, the thing is, like you said, there's usually, with the squirting, there's usually no smell as bad as how it was if you just urinate, right?
I think at the same time, like we said, it depends on how well you're hydrated too, because it's mostly still.
But yeah, it's same thing with piss. Like, but like even if a chick is like well hydrated and like.
Okay, hold on. So I don't have a way to set up this experiment. But what if some?
Hey, I was say by chance, if any.
Somebody get it. Somebody get a girl.
Field detectives.
And be like, hey, we're gonna do this experiment. You're gonna drink a shit ton of beers.
And we're gonna have to probably put out.
And we're gonna see if you get dehydrated or not when you orgasm, and if you're a squirt.
Oh well, see, then she'll just get a headache. Then she'll just get a headache.
Well, that's her fault for being,
well, then don't drink beer.
She's a part of the experiment.
We already know how that's
She's a part of the experiment, damn it.
We already know how that's going to work.
We're trying to see if the experiment works. I'm not going to.
What is the experiment?
Eric's going to smell
what is it?
The urine samples.
Why don't we just click one and fucking have a lab fucking analysis?
Well, because we got Eric.
Well,
I mean,
he is the greatest.
I mean, what is the experiment here? To find out if a chick will become dehydrated?
Yeah, we're gonna have somebody drink a shit, like we're gonna have somebody drink water. We're gonna smart water. We'll have them a good pH balance water.
So we're gonna find a woman that's gonna squirt. We're gonna have her drink water.
We need to have
like a control, and then
we need to. It has to be 1 and 1.
What is?
Hold up, I'm setting up the experiment. Stop fucking laughing. This is serious.
I'm trying to see what. I mean, I might already have the answers. I've conducted a lot of field research. I'm telling you, man.
He's flipping through his pages right now. So we're gonna have. We're gonna have a 1 and 1. Same guy, same woman. One. But she's gonna have to. One, drink a bunch of beer, and then get to that point, and then on the other end, she just has to drink a bunch of pH balanced water and get to that point. So she's
drinking a bunch of beer one day for testing.
See the dehydration change. Water. And if need be, we'll have Eric taste them both.
Wait, are you trying to see if there's a difference in taste, or are you trying to see if there's a difference in like the hydration level?
Well,
because I can tell you right now, if she's drunk and she starts squirting, she's gonna have a pounding fucking headache within like an hour.
Well, we don't have to worry about that part.
Water.
We need to worry about the squirting part.
Are you trying to see if alcohol produces more or if drinking water produces more?
We're trying to see the balance of this shit right now, right?
Well, shit, we want to get a fucking,
we're trying to see, because y'all were talking about it tastes the same.
So you want us to get a sample and then save it, and then you want to drink it?
No, you're gonna drink it. You're gonna drink it.
Oh, like on the spot?
No.
So if you save it, it's not gonna be good anymore.
You're gonna have to have it.
Nobody wants cold squirt.
Why don't we just fucking get a fucking pH tester?
You want to microwave it, or you want to fucking put it on?
No,
ice,
well, so what we could see is the contaminants.
The thing is it's warm.
Yeah, like shit.
What?
Fucking...
I said the thing is it's warm.
Why don't we just fucking?
And then it's just
so
like
it's gonna be like no. So I mean that's part of it, but we need to see because we're talking about like different. Like we're saying that it's different.
We have to see it, but with a woman.
Are you trying to see if changing a change in diet or like liquid intake changes the taste?
Yes.
Jordan's fucking dead ass serious. Oh my god!
You're like a quarterback.
It was like a fucking brief with the cup. Yes.
I'm so serious.
Right here, or a bucket.
Because you're like, it's the same either way.
I don't think it would change it that much because I have definitely had a chick squirt in my face after just drinking just water because she didn't drink a lot. And then I've had a chick do it after we got fucking trashed all day, and it wasn't much different.
But it was different.
It's like.
He's
like, yo, Jordan wants this fucking book with just details on alright, she had 20 grams of celery today. Just measuring food, yeah.
Fucking rain. Alright, let's collect all the samples.
I don't think you guys understand how scientific I get sometimes. Because I don't really talk about it, but I'll talk about controls and variables and experiments and what.
Well, I mean, there's definitely a difference, but I mean, there's a difference in the way that anything tastes depending on whatever she's eating or drinking.
Jordan's gonna come run by a squirter. He'll be like, I got every setup.
I'm gonna grab the samples. I'm gonna send them to Eric.
He's gonna pull out this fucking notebook, his Blue's Clues notebook.
Before you get too excited.
Eric's my analysis.
Alright, ma'am, before you squirt, I have a couple of questions. I have a couple of questions to ask you. Hold it, ma'am.
Don't squirt yet. Don't squirt just yet.
Not just yet. Not just yet, ma'am.
Eric got a package.
All right, well, just one more thing.
No, you can't slap her hand, Jordan.
We're trying to control this.
No, this would be an interesting experiment, and probably. I mean, shit, we could do it.
Jordan fucking needs a dungeon.
Jordan's gonna set up some sort of fucking lab. Get a fucking overcoat and some fucking goggles.
If I
can't get any of the specimen on me. I just have to sit here and take notes.
Look, if I was a billionaire, I'd do this. They get away with all that, The adrenochrome.
You could easily find. You could easily
I don't want any skank off the street.
Well, yeah, no, nobody wants any skank off.
Yeah, it's gotta be a good specimen.
You could probably find, I'm pretty sure some sort of adult, either entertainment or art.
Put in a Craigslist fucking ad.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, Craigslist. No, if you had billions of dollars, yeah, you could easily find
Ma'am, I'll give you
several women that would be hey,
$2,000 right now.
I have to run this.
Study you for.
It'd probably cost more than $2,000 for that.
No, we'll just find a stripper.
Any girl that you would actually want to use to run that experiment with is gonna cost more than $2,000. Yes. Hey,
no.
I need you to squirt specifically over on my friend's face so he can taste it and let me know what notes and aromas it has after your diet changes over.
We're sampling a good bottle of scotch.
And depending on how fucking long you would want to do that.
Eric hit that shit right on the nail. That's what I want.
What?
The way you said it.
That's a weird kink, man.
Yeah, it's like, man, I thought my kink was weird. Jordan wants to fucking record it like a goddamn scientist.
This is what I get off.
I'll be there in a raincoat and just be like, Eric, what do you think of that one?
Yes.
All right, bring in the next one.
And then he just after 5 hours of this, Jordan just sits next to a fire.
Exactly.
What?
We got another person that gets it.
You gotta have a control.
You gotta have your control, but you gotta have your variables. I don't know about nationality.
That's what I'm saying.
Diets. Yes. Again, that's what I'm saying. We got another person that gets it.
And
damn, man.
I don't know if $1 billion would you would have to find. You would have to have just like a harem of women and like have like this huge.
If I had that much money, I'd probably be fine with that.
You don't even need that much money to do it.
No, not really.
Blur out
they got like trailer trash shows where some dude has like 3 wives. And he's like controlling as fuck, and it's like, how the fuck does this work?
These new generation women.
You would need more than $2,000.
Nah.
I mean, if I wanted like a decent harem of women, I don't. But
lab coat and like
a higher
to have
a clean environment.
Because you're not just doing it once. It's not like, hey, here's $2,000 for a squirt video. It's like, hey, here's $2,000 for a repeated, long, drawn out, like bullshit scientific exploration on multiple things.
For some people, that could be more than a month's pay.
That no one, like I said, no. That could be more. More than a month's pay.
All they're doing is changing their diet and having sex.
He's fucking getting sprayed in the face.
Bro, this isn't just. But I'm saying, like, you're talking multiple different levels because it's the control squirt, right? It's the initial, what have you, the questionnaire, what have you been eating, ma'am? What have you been drinking?
Of course, consecutive
how do you work out?
The results out of whack.
I mean, you don't know that. I mean, if the diet's the same.
It would cost more than $2,000 per person.
Nah.
How much do you think?
Absolutely.
How much do you think?
I have no fucking clue.
Alright,
Jamie, pull up.
That's a huge fucking ask, especially of like multiple people.
I'm not gonna Google what is the average cost for a woman to squirt.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. You're talking about $2,000 for a squirt video. Maybe I can see, but like I said, you're not paying some chick $2,000 for a squirt video. You're trying to pay her $2,000 to repeat it. It's not one scene. You're saying you're repeatedly doing a long, drawn out experiment to have her eat food, squirt on my face. Let me give you the details of that. Change your diet. Do it again.
No,
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
2 weeks on one diet, 2 weeks on another diet.
We'll pay you $500.
And how long? How many times are you? How many times are you expecting her to squirt?
Once a week.
So 4 times total.
In a month.
I say.
And participate and like.
$2,000 total.
No.
500 a week.
Yeah. And you're doing one scene.
Yeah, see, $500 a week. That's pretty good.
One scene, you squirt.
It's not a scene. You're not asking this chick to record herself squirting. You're asking this chick to participate in this like weird change of diet. Squirt on your friend's face. So his other friend can fucking record. He's going to document in detail in a notebook what her squirt tastes like.
Hey, but bottom line.
Alright. That is much no woman's worth. I'm telling you, if you came to me, Jordan, and said, hey, I found this chick to squirt on your face so we can do this, I'd be like, oh, cool. If you brought me what I know you would bring me for fucking $2,000, I'm out.
No, you won't.
That's $500
No,
a woman.
Fuck no, dude.
In his inner sight,
no. You can easily find that. You can easily find a woman that would do that. I'm telling you, I would not want that. No. Fuck no. Any woman that like that is a even then that is a fucking massive weird ask. You would have to have
But you got some weird chicks out there too.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying, I feel like even for, those weird chicks, because there's women with OnlyFans and shit. That is, one thing. You're asking them to go into, this experiment to, squirt on someone's face and let them give his friend a fucking, a wine-tasting profile. Oh, yes.
Well, actually, maybe we just gotta find a liberal woman.
So you're saying, clipboard or manila photo?
Yes, maybe.
Oh, my God. No, there's no fucking way in hell you would find somebody. There's no way. There's no way you'd find a lady with all of her teeth.
I think this is doable, and I'm gonna ask around Barney's the next time I'm up there.
Dad,
I'm not gonna ask him to participate in the experiment, but I'm gonna be like, if somebody paid you $2,000,
I feel like that's something we need to record people's reactions and insight on that, because that is just such a fucking.
I think it would work.
I have thought of some wild things, but Jesus
woman
fucking Christ.
Oh, I could. This is in the name of science, Jay.
Yeah, I feel like jokingly, like, hey, if somebody offered you
500
money, like,
You have to act.
First off,
well, we gotta first
I
ask
feel
them
that
if they can squirt.
if you're gonna ask somebody that, you don't even have to ask any squirt. Just be like, hey,
You know how to squirt?
somebody offers you money to
Do a quick
run this fucking
squirt on
sick
some-
experiment.
Squirt on my fan's face.
How much?
500.
4 times over the course of a month,
scored
you said?
2,000.
About a month, yeah. It's 4 weeks, but it'd be, depending on the month.
Every Monday, but before that Monday, you eat.
But, we have
your
the
diet.
diets. We got to get the diets down and be like, all right, this is how it's going this week. This week.
You're paying somebody to eat in a spell. I'm telling you, man, that is.
He's talking like this now, but he
Deep down, he's like,
he's
I'm
in the
down.
yeah.
I'm down.
I mean, if, like I'm saying, like, if that was fucking. If you found a fucking way to do that, Jordan, and you really want to fucking do that, I'm fucking,
down.
like, you already know I'm in. But that is such a fucking, like.
Balls to the walls, baby.
Literally.
That is such a, like, even, like, it's not even, like, the squirting thing. It's the fact that you want to fucking document it. Like a... That is,
Like a
that
60
is,
minutes
that,
program.
that, I feel like, that is the element that pushes it to, like,
Scientific part.
no, get the fuck out of here, the scientific part.
Fucking Bill Nye.
Suck my dick. Oh my fucking
so we got
god.
something on you, on dirt on you for the rest of our lives.
Oh my god.
Fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson over here, man.
The scientific. Get
You'd
the
be like
fuck.
Dr. Oz or something, but of sex. Well, don't you want that title?
Dr. Oz of sex?
Hey, who
Fuck
knows?
no, that dude's a quack. He doesn't
He
know a
got it.
goddamn thing.
Hey, you could be the next biggest thing, doing
You
that,
could.
We'd have to have like some sort of fucking adult channel or some shit. Like,
Well, we can do it. We're in America.
Yeah.
y'all gonna OnlyFans film me now?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who's
If we
gonna be
have to
behind the
at that
camera
point.
when I show my butthole?
Jay.
Nah.
Jay.
We'll get a. I know a couple of people who'd probably do it.
Do what?
Film Eric's butthole.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your fucking twisted.
Squirt on and
Oh, that too. I mean, like if they got to
Rainwater
film your
and shit.
butthole, they're gonna be there. Because they probably have to film your butthole, not like precision based.
I don't think. I don't know if you could find.
Probably might be able to find a
That's-
gay dude,
Exactly.
Huh?
like a gay dude.
He's just a cameraman. He's not joining in.
Oh, I thought you were talking about for the. I'm still on that. I am still stuck on this
squirt in his
fucking
face.
squirt experimentation. That is just a wild fucking concept.
Like he's fucking came out from Texas heat, doing some work. Got sweat all on his face and shit, on his beard, his dreads.
Just on the counter.
I'm telling you, it worked. This is doable.
He come up.
I don't know if that is a doable thing.
Look, first we gotta settle on the budget. I think it's $2,000.
It's more than
No,
$2,000.
We can find a lady for 500.
$500 a week.
A week to eat a specific diet that you
Probably
give
even
her.
400.
To squirt on your friend's face. Are you trying to run this like a lab experiment where you're there taking notes live? Or are you sending me in and then I come back with
I'm
the
sending you in. You're
battle
taking-
notes?
Yeah, you're doing the whole thing taken. I don't have room for that. I don't have this fucking room where I got plexiglass and I'm just like,
Shit, we can
oh,
set
okay.
one up right here in the garage.
No, yeah, exactly. I don't have room for that. If I had some type of side room where I
Right
could
here
do
on this
that,
couch right here, in fact.
it'd
That
be very
would
weird.
ruin the couch.
But in
No.
the name of
Cover
in the
it
name of
fucking-
science,
With the tarp.
I'd be okay. Okay, so this is what's happening.
And have a lot
Okay,
of microphones
reach
on.
climax.
Well,
What did
fucking
Eric?
cavities, I don't know what the fuck.
What was the facial reaction of Eric in this moment?
What was the facial reaction of Eric?
Because
in this
that'll
moment?
tell you right now if it's a bad squirt or good squirt. I'm just assuming.
Well, in the moment, it would always be a good squirt.
It might not be.
No, at the moment.
What if it was like sour and it got in his mouth and he's like, ugh, it's like.
I mean, it's always getting in my mouth. Aren't you taking flavor notes? Isn't that like the whole point of this experiment?
What's in your face?
But see,
because you could have like a face like it's sour, like, ugh, and another time you're like,
but he might not like pickles.
The other time he's like,
but you might like.
And Eric does that.
Right, but he might not like pickles.
Eric will taste on you, babe. So if I see Eric do that, I don't even need Mike's room. I'm like, okay, so Eric's tasting that.
It must be vinegary.
It possibly, but it's more enjoyable than one would have. It's one where he would have like a face like that.
Jordan's just cut, like he's just like, like next to the door. He's like, oh yes, he's making the tasting noises.
He's making the tasting.
Oh yeah, like
yeah, exactly.
I can hear him.
Eric does that when he tastes like a good beer, and he's like, okay, I guess that's a good.
It's a full body.
It's a flavorful beer, yeah. See, so and that's why this led to this whole conversation because it's
because this is not gonna work.
It could.
It's not gonna work.
You just don't agree on the price.
Yeah, I think it definitely needs to be more.
Or we find a chick that does OnlyFans and she'll fucking do it.
Yeah, but you said to pay her because it's OnlyFans.
Pay her, but she's gonna how many?
What that means we'd have to find somebody local because we're not gonna fucking fly somebody in here for a month.
No. It probably ain't worth it either way.
Eat differently.
I'm not trying to subject Eric to torture.
Yeah, it's not worth flying a girl here, but it's worth paying her to squirt on your face.
For you
depending.
This is a repeated process. This is an experiment. This is like
for science.
This is a fucking. That's not.
Scattered showers.
I don't think that's going to fly with.
With possibility.
I think it would.
I
think it's possible.
I don't think.
It's definitely doable.
I don't think you will find any woman with any sort of respectability for $2,000.
If she got bills to pay.
She got.
If that's all she does.
$2,000, no.
I mean, flying somebody in $2,000, no. Local, yes.
That's why I said no.
Oh.
Is there going to be the one?
I literally, like I just said, you can find somebody for that, but the person you're gonna find.
Or is someone else going to be pleasing her?
What?
I mean, is she going to be self-pleasing?
No, Eric's going to be there. He's going to be. Well, he's in control.
He's like the catcher.
What?
He's like the catcher.
He's catching.
Oh yeah. So is she just hovering over my face and like masturbating, or am I am I sticking my face in there?
As long as they squirt, either way.
So the only objective is that she squirts.
Yeah. That's the main component of the experiment.
Just for her to shower you.
It's possible, yeah. I figured Eric might enjoy himself with the,
he's down there like,
I mean, I'm not telling her be like, okay, get ready.
He's ready to dig.
I'm telling Eric, you're gonna be right there. You're gonna be you are the action.
Waiting for the curveballs.
This also relies on your performance, Eric. You might get a bonus.
I might get a bonus.
A bonus.
You need a snorkel.
A snorkel.
We don't. No. It's a less chance of catching it.
He's got glasses.
Let's see. It has a funnel on the end of the snorkel. Nah, yeah, I don't think it needs a snorkel.
Does it get tarp?
And let's see.
Maybe some goggles.
All right, yeah, goggles. You don't want pink eyes.
I don't know because
Olympic swimmer types or
what if it's too vinegary and you get it in your eyes?
So we need a pH tester.
Or it could be tangy.
Well, that's the thing. It would have to be pH tested. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that's the whole point of the experiment too.
You're not gonna find anyone to do this. We need a pH test. Yeah, we need a pH test. Like, dude, this is not fucking happening. This is not going to happen.
The pH test and everything.
This is no. No fucking way.
We could totally do this.
No.
We need to test it for a micro, for bacteria. Like
I'm telling you.
You need a petri dish.
Any.
Coliform or.
We're trying to run.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Knock her out?
No.
The fuck is wrong with you, Jay?
When you run samples on water, right? Test
okay. Not chloroform.
Oh, the
chlorine.
Fecal coliform. Yes, the
what?
type of bacteria that's.
Wait, why would we? It's coming out.
We're pretty much just trying to like judge the taste of this. If we went into the bacteria component too, that is extra. Yeah. That's going to cost more than $2,000 to run all over.
Well, no, that's not true.
We need all these lab tests. Oh my God! So we're gonna find some very less than respectable woman for $2,000 over the course of a month to eat what we tell her to eat, and then what? You want her to like fart and shit in petri dishes too, or just piss all over it? Like
she just has to squirt in your face. That's all we need. We don't need the petri dish. We don't need the. We don't need to see the.
You don't need the pH balance.
No, like just
You're
tell
not
us.
Gonna find
just tell us if it tastes different. That's seriously. That's it. That's all we need.
I'm still telling you, man. Like,
and if you want, what we could do is that when it comes down to a man's cum, we could try to see if she's down for that too. To tell her.
Oh my God. This Jordan has been running this long ass. This is what a long joke.
Look, while you're here, you might as well.
Look, while you're here, you might as well.
I'm just saying, these are doable experiments.
$2,000, no.
But not for $2,000 with the cum part, with the men's cum part. That's that's
fucking
probably.
Tell you, yo, why don't you fucking taste it yourself? And then she'd fucking just walk away.
This would be
as long as we get the female squirt party experiment out the way.
I don't think that is.
Like commercial.
What is that? Never step foot in here. Oh yeah. Blind Me with Science, is that what that is? Yeah. We know that one.
This is not science.
Oh, this is with that pH level, she blinded him with science.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, dude.
We're
at an hour 40. You guys ready to cut this one, and we'll do another one later.
We gotta pick back up with that conversation.
We will.
Fucking absurd.
We will.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I love science.
Excited with that. Let's do it.
I'm like, dude,
once
we started bringing out money, it was like we can $2,000. This is doable.
I don't think under any circumstances you could.
$2,000 for someone to squirt.
Oh, dude, $2,000 to squirt on my friend, preferably in his mouth, so he could tell us the taste.
No, it's not preferably. That was the basis of this project. Was I'm getting squirted on my face. And in my mouth.
Yes.
And I'm giving you a rundown of the experience, the smell, the taste. You want like just details of everything.
We got a clipboard.
We might as well.
Dude, I gotta.
Oh my God.
I got this notepad. I bought with my Amazon points that I worked at Amazon. I got this fucking notepad. It's a flip book. It's like the Steve fucking thing.
Like I said, like
I have that in my room.
Oh my God.
I can take notes. I'm serious.
I can see into the future.
I can do that. Dude, we have damn near everything. We have everything except for the woman for this experiment. This is doable.
$2,000 to get the woman.
No.
Maybe somebody's supposed to do it for free.
I don't feel like you say like $2,000 and that's what we're paying her. I feel like you ask around and be like, hey, how much would it cost for this?
We say how much, and if
I'm telling you, don't if you really decide to ask anybody this. Don't present $2,000. Keep that in your head.
No, I wouldn't say $2,000 up front. I'd be like, how much would it cost?
I want you to know it's probably gonna be like 2 to 3 times that. I feel like.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I feel like $4,000 is the lowest you would probably.
I'm not gonna tell anybody that one. I'm not gonna say $4,000 is like projected budget, but we're trying to get it a little bit. No, I'm just gonna be like, how much?
No, I'm telling you, you think you can do that for $2,000? I'm telling you, it's gonna cost more. This is an absurd idea.
It's a great idea, but this is where we're cutting it for the day. So this has been the Whiskey and Root Beer Podcast, episode 15, I think I said. 16. No, 16 is right. Fuck.
16.
I keep saying it. I keep saying like an episode off. But,
16.
We'll see y'all all next time.
Yeah.
You already know.
Oh, gee.